my god, there has been a response to the Colleen Ballinger video, but from, guess who? Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas decided to call out Colleen for her inappropriate behavior towards minors and being in group chats and messaging them inappropriate things. But she comes out with a bombshell allegation, which is why I decided to cover it. And before I get into that, I need to do a little backstory on who Trisha Paytas is and why this is so significant. Those of you who know, Trisha Paytas is one of the OGs of YouTube. One of the things that people used to like about Trisha Paytas is that her content is wacky, it is different every single time, and it's just overall polarizing. But that's the reason why I feel like she is so popular. She did gain a huge following, mainly by being controversial, which is why this, you gotta take all this with a good old grain of salt, but she is being real serious in this video, so you can't judge too hard. The thing about Trisha Paytas too that everyone finds so crazy and unique is that she has been in so many controversies that you can't even make a list about everything that she's been in. And the fact that she is still not canceled to this day for all those different things is crazy. To be honest, she's like the real life Terry Joe. Terry Joe doesn't get canceled for anything they said. She is playing a character, he is. But if Trisha Paytas was a character, it would be like Terry Joe, Georgia, whatever you want to call it. One thing I want to highlight is that Trisha's tone in this video is really serious. It's not a joke. This is not like her old videos where she had to comment on everyone else's drama and which just led to more drama. She keeps the real serious tone throughout and she wants to just get straight down to the issues. So the crazy thing about all this too is that Colleen and Trisha started a podcast that did not last very long. Trisha recently had a kid, and I guess Colleen reached out to her and they rekindled a little friendship because Trisha thought it would be cool to have mom friends. So they started to do a podcast together, and it just didn't last very long. But apparently during this time, Trisha decided to confront Colleen about the allegations of OnlyFans and Colleen sending them in these group chats. Colleen decided to lie straight to her face instead of talking about the issue at hand. So when Colleen dropped this apology video that is high-key a joke, Trisha had no idea that this is coming out. She decided to react and give her 2 cents on the whole situation. So let's sit back and react to this video, because let me tell you, it is juicy.
So this is a video that I really did not want to make, and I feel like the past few years I've really taken a step back from having to comment on everything, having to respond to everything said about me on the internet, because at the end of the day it just gets really exhausting. And then, of course...
Well, I'm glad Trisha Paytas is doing that, because her mental health has definitely gotten better since she stopped commenting on every single little thing. It was much needed. The controversies, while entertaining, probably really exhausting for her. So I'm happy, and I'm glad that she decided to put her mental health first.
Being in other people's business, even if I have strong opinions about it, I really decided years ago that it wasn't good for my mental health. I have a mental illness, I have a personality disorder, which is hard to regulate my emotions. I get triggered very easily. So I've learned to deal with triggers the past few years, and I feel like I've done a very good job managing and regulating emotional stability.
Well, it clearly has shown, because again, we have not had as much Trisha Paytas controversy as we used to have.
And aside from all that, just, being known as the person who's just always in drama and can't keep friendships, it's not a good look. I've worked really hard the past couple of years to kind of just stay in my own lane.
It is not a good look. I hate people who are like that, who just have to be in the mix of everything.
Just always in drama and can't keep friendships. It's not a good look. I've worked really hard the past couple of years to kind of just stay in my own lane.
The people who can't keep friends because they're always in drama, I really do wonder how they go through life.
And not engage in anything online, which is commonly referred to as drama. But I feel like this is beyond drama. I'm putting my own hurt feelings aside, and my feelings are very hurt. I've had like a sick to my stomach feeling for a while now, and today especially. Me and Colleen started a podcast this year, 3 episodes. We were always friendly before. I think it shocked a lot of people because like, oh, I didn't know they were close friends like that. And the thing is we weren't close friends. We were friends. I considered us to be friendly. When I had my daughter, she reached out, and I thought, oh, it's great to have mom friends and, friends, who have kids. So I thought this podcast would be great because we always got along really great when we would see each other.
I know this is something that mothers do. They find friends that also have kids because they're on a different level. They have friends who can relate to what they're talking about and how they are feeling just about their day-to-day lives and their kids. It's important to have friends who are in the place that you are in your life. So I can see why Trisha Paytas decided to do a podcast with her, since she wasn't really doing anything besides being a mom. Post it on YouTube.
We've been doing videos together on and off, like maybe once a year since 2018. And so I just thought, well, this is a good podcast to get to know each other. It's a good, little thing for me to do because I haven't really done anything for a couple of years, and I really enjoy being creative and producing stuff. And it was kind of fun to do costumes and stuff. I wasn't aware of these most recent things that are coming out. Everyone knows I have a very, very, very firm stance on talking to anyone underage, platonic or not. I've always been very, very firm with this, that I think it's inappropriate.
I love how Trisha is really clear with her stance on this issue. I think that there's a clear moral compass when it comes to Trisha with at least this issue. I know in other drama, other situations, that has not been the case, but it seems like she doesn't want to really even speak on this just by the way that her tone is, her body language.
I've been known to talk about many occasions where someone is just 17 years old and I don't feel comfortable with them, being around them, hanging out with them. I remember one time there was a very popular YouTuber who was 17, and another YouTuber I was friends with wanted to bring to my apartment. I said, absolutely not. I'm like, she has to just stay in the car.
Whoa. She had such a firm stance that she didn't let this YouTuber in her house because they were 17. I don't know if that's crazy or if that's like good. Personally, like I can't relate because I'm not in that position, but well, kudos to her for not even putting herself into a possibly bad situation. Not because I think that Trisha would do anything, but you never know with younger people. You never know with people who can lie. It's just about ruining the reputation.
A lot of trauma when it comes to my relationships I had when I was underage, and not always sexual. A lot of my trauma comes from school, authorities at school, teachers at school that I trusted.
So I get what she's saying. I know people who have older friends, and I always think it's weird to be constantly hanging out with someone who's even a couple years older than you, especially when you're a minor, because no matter what, that like 1 year, 2 years, the age gap is fucking weird. Like there's things that that kid is being introduced to that this younger kid may not be, and that other kid may introduce him into something that that kid shouldn't be doing, and it could derail their life. It can just really set them on the wrong path. So I just feel like I like her stance on this.
And sorry, this is like hard for me to make. I'm really trying to, and I don't. It's a very hard, but like boundary. Like it's one that I don't let up on with anybody. I think it's
Period.
I think it's weird. I've talked about it multiple times. I think it's weird. So when all this came out, I was shocked, the group chats and stuff. I was kind of shocked. And it's such a difficult thing because Colleen is someone that I quickly, literally the past month that we did this podcast, I really, really cared about and really related to. I thought, well, she told me she could get canceled here and there, and she kind of understood when people would come for her for working with me, because I've done stuff in my past that's not cool by today's standards.
Isn't that funny? The fact that Colleen was like, oh, if I work with you, I'm gonna get shit because of the stuff that Trisha has done. So it's just the fact that this turned into cancel Colleen and Trisha had nothing to do with it. It's insane. I think it's funny. It's ironic.
And I think everyone can take accountability and grow. I really do think people can change their ways and stuff like that. If you can acknowledge it. Her video came out and I was just shocked, to say the least, that she didn't at least acknowledge the stuff that her own fans were saying, how they felt,
That is insane too. I thought that same thing, Trisha. We all did. There was not a single fact. There was not a single real situation that was acknowledged in that apology video. She really did make a mockery of herself and her platform. And I really just want to know, why she thought that was a good idea. Because in my last video, I even was like, was she doing this for clout? It just made zero sense. It had nothing that was going to help her in that video. And she still decided to post it.
To kind of brush it over in the way she did. And, ultimately became memes. And now it becomes somewhat lighthearted, even though it's not a lighthearted issue. I was shocked, and she sent me the link to her video, her apology video, and I didn't respond back to it because I was shocked.
She personally sent Trisha Paytas a link. This cannot be true. Trisha does have a track record of also lying, but if this is true, it's scandalous. Scandalous.
Weeks prior to the apology video, we were staying in touch because, again, I know what it feels like to have the whole internet come down on you, even if the whole internet is right. I'm someone, again, who struggles with mental health issues, mental illness, and I know what that can feel like, and I know I don't want anyone, guilty or not, to ever feel like they don't have someone to talk to, that there's not a way out of a situation, that there's not a way to make a situation right.
I'm glad that she acknowledged that she knows what it feels like to have everybody be against you in this point, the internet be against you, especially since the internet is right. There's no way that Colleen she shouldn't have had. It just really didn't make sense for her to post what she did. Her deciding to do that still just shows how tone deaf she is, and how it just truly, to me, shows how her mind works and how it is most likely narcissistic.
So I kind of stayed in touch with her, but when I got involved with this, I got dragged into it rather, it was a few weeks ago, and two boys, both, one I believe was 20 at the time, and one who was 14 at the time. Both the 14-year-old's alleged, because I didn't speak on this because I didn't see anything. And not to say that I don't believe this person, it's just a very, very, very serious allegation. It's very illegal. So I was kind of waiting to see what would kind of come out, if anything, before I had to make this video and this statement. Literally, my accountant, I don't know why, she got a text from a Huffington Post reporter asking for a statement about all this. And I'm like, you know what, let me just let me just put this out. And I hate putting any energy into this, but it's very, very serious. It's very serious. And it's a topic I don't take lightly, and I can't take lightly, as I am a full-time sex worker. I don't think that's the secret. It's not as advertised as it once was, but we already have a lot of stigma, misconceptions, allegations against us as sex workers. And so I need to nip this in the bud.
Honestly, I'm really liking this video right now. I think she's doing a really good job of showing like humility and just being an actual human. Like, this is a non-cut video. I mean, that I see. If it's cut, it's real good. But the fact that she keeps expressing that she doesn't want to bring this up, it's serious allegations, and she's waiting for this stuff to come out, just shows like how much it probably took for her to even make that video.
I do not condone at all unsolicited nudes, sending unsolicited to anyone of anybody,
Nope.
sex worker or not. I think using someone's nudes as a way to hurt them, make fun of them, make light of them, be mean is the lowest form
Is that
of
what she...
human, the lowest form of intelligence. I think that's so inhumane. I think that's so disgusting for anyone.
Yes, there it is. The allegation. She hasn't straight up said it yet, but you know where she's going. That Colleen was over here sending Trisha Paytas' OnlyFans pictures, videos in these group chats with minors. And that is why it is such a serious allegation, and why she felt it was so hard to come out with this story. But let's continue. Let's see what's up.
Last night, the text messages were shown, and it's very clearly from Colleen to a fan. Has over 500,000 views on Twitter. That I'm not embarrassed by. I'm embarrassed for her. I try to take myself out of these equations when I'm feeling triggered, and if I were to look at it as it happened.
For Trisha to say that she's embarrassed for Colleen and she's not embarrassed, first, is a lot of growth. It's crazy. You have to be really confident to not be embarrassed with your nudes being out, but I guess she did OnlyFans, so it makes sense. But it is embarrassing for Colleen, because why would you send these pictures in a group chat to these minors and try to make fun of Trisha Paytas? It just doesn't even make sense. Like, I can't comprehend it, because I'm like, I would never do that, but it's just really shocking and disgusting.
Someone else, I wouldn't be humiliated for the person in the photos. I'd be humiliated for the person who sent them.
Facts.
Although it can be humiliating for the person in the photos as well.
Good.
And it somewhat is embarrassing. I get made fun of all the time for my body, my nudes, even under this person's posts. While I'm thankful he posted them so I could see that this is real, it's hearing all that horrible stuff underneath the photo, like about my body just being messed up or disgusting, and it's a lot. Yes, I'm a sex worker, and yes, I chose this job, and yes, I make money doing it. But it never feels good to have someone just like make fun of your naked body. It's just a really vulnerable thing, and it is a little embarrassing, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, again, you put your body out there and everything, but it's different when it's a big YouTuber, a celebrity, you know, making fun of your body and also sending it out.
I'm more embarrassed for her, but this is the kind of person she is. Like, I'm so embarrassed. Sending these to fans unsolicited, the context of which she was sending these, get the purpose. I don't know.
I don't get it either.
If there was an inside joke I'm missing on this.
It's
the
like
fan said, "Hey, congratulations on becoming parents." Which a month later, she just responds with a nude of me and says, "You look so pretty in this."
I have not seen these text messages. I definitely need to look for them, but wow, that is scandalous.
And these weren't a long time ago. This is someone well into their 30s. Just gave birth sending nudes. And a month prior, I was in her house meeting her child and doing meeting her newborn and doing a mukbang with her.
A month before she sent these out. Trisha, you're better than me. Oh my God. That's like the epitome of fake. I could not. I don't know what I would do. Like, that is straight up betrayal. I don't care. Like, if we were super besties or not. I was hanging out with you a month before you sent these out.
In these texts, there's also friends of hers. They showed the viewing parties that were talked about to make fun of me. They did viewing parties of my adult content to make fun of me.
That is so weird for someone to have the time to be able to do that to somebody, about somebody. What, like, viewing parties to make fun of Trisha and her body? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if it's a viewing party and they're showing, like, her videos, that's kind of weird. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know, make out along to those videos? Is it turning you on or something? It just doesn't make any sense. Which also makes me question, is she telling the truth? Probably.
And there's a friend of hers who I actually met as well back in 2018 with his face posing next to explicit images of me. And there was a video of it, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
What? This is insane. We're all speechless, Trisha.
And it wasn't just one occasion. There was multiple times that she sent just different photos and different positions of me.
Well, we already know Colleen has a thing for positions and asking people their favorite position. Damn, whoa. I'm speechless.
I did ask her about these a couple weeks ago before there was
this is what I'm talking about,
so to speak, right? And she assured me that she had never sent photos of me. That this one fan who was underage at the time would send photos to her. She's like, no, he was a fan. He sent photos to me, and he was obsessed with you.
Oh my gosh, she's scapegoating a kid. Girl, take some ownership responsibility. You're getting sent those things, shut that down. Shut it down. You shouldn't even be getting any type of images like that from a minor. Is it hard to understand? I don't think it's hard to understand. Wow.
And he would just send me it, and once in a while I'd like respond to him and be like, hey, okay. That's what she told me a couple weeks ago. There's a clip of her saying she saw a whale squirt, and she wasn't talking about Trisha Paytas. I sent her that as well, and she said everything's taken out of context, like these are lies.
I could not be friends with that person after that statement was said. That's unforgivable at this point.
And being as I was like her friend and I knew her as a person, I was trusting her, I guess.
Oh, hell no.
Because, I mean, overall, who do you trust? Like, this person you know in real life, or people you don't know anything about?
You're right. I mean, I would trust anyone I know in real life and that I was kind of good friends with over anyone online. So, she makes sense.
I guess that's why that is the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. So there's two options there for her to say, like, yeah, that was a while ago, I was a hater. I mean, I'm the first to say, like, I definitely have been a hater in the past. I've been miserable in my own life. I've been going through shit in my own life in the past. And I was miserable and I hated on people.
That is disgusting for that to be her excuse. Hey, we've all been at those points where we're low, we're tired, like we're depressed, like it's hard to get out of bed, but no way, shape, or form was I like, oh, fuck this person. This person looks ugly here. Just wanting to take down people. Because if you're in that mindset, you don't really have the energy to try to take down people like that. I'm not, at least not for me. I'm not going to be focused on that. I'm going to be focused on getting better. Going to therapy, girl. Go to therapy.
For sure. Not people that I would go and like be at their house and like do a whole podcast with, but sure, I can understand people, you know, gossiping or making fun of people. I don't understand the making fun of bodies. That's weird. It's weird. I don't get those texts at all. Like I look at those and I'm like so confused. Like, okay, I'm the joke. My naked body's the joke, I guess. Okay. I don't know. It's very odd. But I kind of gave her outs because I was like, hey, like, you know, you've talked crap about me. That's fine. We weren't that close back then, I guess. Like, you know, whatever. And she vehemently denied, no, I never sent pictures of you. Like the underage fan would send me pictures of you, not specifying if they were nude or not.
Okay. Does it make it okay?
The text came out last night, and my heart started racing. I was triggered. I haven't been triggered in a while. I was triggered. My heart was racing. I was sick to my stomach, and I don't know. I guess seeing stuff like that, that's probably the worst I've seen from someone that I've like considered a friend. Like it's pretty barbaric. It's pretty misogynistic.
I am really feeling Trisha right now. Like, this is the most human and just the most down to earth that in my experience with watching Trisha, that I have seen her be. And honestly, it's kind of sad. I feel bad for her, and my heart just goes out to her because my heart just goes out to her. I can't imagine being in the situation, especially surrounded by somebody like Colleen.
And it is downright cruel. It's a low level of a person.
Yeah.
To say that stuff, and again, this isn't years ago. This is, you know, well into their 30s. It's not a child. It's not a kid. As of now, as I'm recording this, the text came out, and the minor fan, who is now an adult, has said that those same pictures were sent to him. This is all.
I'm assuming in this video that all this is accurate, even though there definitely are things that are probably not accurate and not completely true. But the fact that other fans have backed this up, some of her fans, and said, yes, I got those same exact texts, those videos, it doesn't look good for Colleen.
I just want to put this out ahead of anything. I know there's every day something coming out, and seeing that text from the Huffington Post, I'm like, okay, let me just get ahead of this. I am so sorry to that person if this is true. I'm so sorry. I know firsthand how traumatizing that can be. I had nothing to do with this. I do not condone it. I think it's the most disgusting thing, and above all else, illegal. And the person she sent, who was, I think, 20 at the time, maybe 21, I still think it's disgusting. A grown woman in their 30s doing this to issues. It's a sickness.
I agree. Issues, sickness makes zero sense, girl. Like, it just... You really do have to have issues to feel comfortable inviting somebody into your house, or that person having you in their house, just for you to come around and then talk behind their back like this, and to do it the way that you did it, to send what you sent, to... It just screams mental illness.
And I don't think this is jumping on a hate bandwagon. This is like, hey, maybe she doesn't get it, what she did
Maybe.
was wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like, okay, we need to keep talking about this because this is really wrong. This is really gross. And it's also unsolicited nudes. No one was asking for this. I don't know the inside joke. She said they're taken out of context. I don't know what the viewing parties or your friend posing next to them are like.
Yeah, that's clearly not taken out of context for me. If you're having viewing parties about my body, first, why are you so obsessed with me? Why are you so obsessed with me? I honestly don't want to know. Like,
I just had to make this video to say I don't stand behind Colleen whatsoever.
we don't.
Her video was not an apology.
It wasn't.
And it took away from the severity of her actions of talking to minors, bringing minors on stage at her show. These people are speaking up and they're uncomfortable for a reason. Acknowledge it, change it, do better. But being told she never sent these photos, and these actually do exist, these text messages, I feel
Betrayed.
like super disrespected, and
That too.
at least be honest about it, to like show some accountability, show like, yeah, that was stupid, that was immature, whatever.
She clearly has an issue with accountability, Trisha. We both saw her video. It's kind of sad that a grown woman can't take accountability for her actions and would rather lie to your face than address the issue. Sad.
But I don't stand by her. I'm embarrassed to be associated with her. I'm embarrassed for the fans that she messaged those to. That's should never have happened. And again, this really hurts sex workers as a whole. This is out there, and it looks like we're some deviants because this is used in this way. It's disgusting. Yes, I'm a sex worker, but a lot of those images and videos were behind a paywall. One that requires someone to be 18 and over.
Wow, major shade at Colleen, major shade. Like, again, I had a firewall, where you have to be over 18 to see.
And that's it. That is my statement on it, and I'm not going to speak on this again. I will never speak on Colleen again. She just does not exist to me anymore.
Love that for you, sis. You need that.
And this is not me canceling her. She'll always be around. I'm sure she'll be fine. Just publicly disavowing any association I have with her.
Wow. Wow. That was really good. That was a really good video from Trisha Paytas. How can you not like her after this? I love how at the end she's like, I'm just, like, she's done to me. She doesn't exist. Which is really mature of her to do. She's not going to speak on it again. We'll see. Time will tell. She probably will. But wow, it's just not good. It's not a good look for Colleen. Some key takeaways of this video is that basically she's just embarrassed for Colleen. She didn't know about the inside jokes. Clearly wasn't inside jokes because there was viewing parties for making fun of Trisha for some reason. And there are text message proofs talking about the same thing. The fans talking about how they were sent these posts by Colleen. It's just truly sad. Well, that's the end of this video. Comment, like, subscribe for more content coming soon.